Okay, so yesterday we installed an Avalanche node on our system here, and what we did is we hooked it up to the test net. Because obviously we don't want to be doing stuff on the main net. Now, today what we're going to do is show you a few interactions with that. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you got to do, I created this after I verified. Let me show you how I verified that it was in fact working. So I copied that, and let me find the right. This is it. Hopefully you can see that. And let me make sure that's the, yes, this is the one you're going to be seeing things in. So you can see it's bootstrapped. It's up and running. It's talking to the test net as we specified. And then the next thing to do is you create a key store user and an address. Now I'm not going to do that in front of you because it involves a username and password, but we did get our key address. And the next thing I'm going to do is you have to create a wallet. Now here's the link right in these docs to the wallet. And with the wallet, that is going to be a wallet. Now always the cautions, you know, when you create it, save your mnemonics and put them somewhere safe. My preferred procedure is to copy and paste them to a file, a text file, so I know they're accurate. And then without saving, before I don't save the file, just print it out twice. So then you have 2 copies of your mnemonics, and you should be good to go on there. Now, the next thing you got to do is you want to add some, you know, well, first of all, when you create your wallet and you have it, I created it and I connected it to the test net. I don't think there's, and once you connect it to the test net, you can in fact use this little faucet. So let me show you first what I had before, what I have now, and let's see, where is that command? Get balance. So this is the curl command. Again, we're going to be operating with curl commands as we've seen in the past. So we paste that in, and we get an immediate, this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they times it by, it's 4 ABAX. So we know we have that. Now let me show you the faucet here. Now you can see, tells me where to send it. Now what I do have to do is you do have to, there's a separate transaction for each separate transaction. You have a different ID, so it's in that sense it's a little bit more secure. Now to access your wallet, when you create your wallet and you're in there, what's probably the best thing to do is create a key store and then a password. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to access it via that way right now. And oh, I don't have, make sure this isn't visible. No, it's not. Okay. So I need to get my password here. So let me do that. Okay, now that should, nope, it's not. And I believe this is my password. And this should, so I'm getting into my wallet right now. And when you create your wallet, it's very important that you, again, save your mnemonics. In the Manage Keys section, if you look at the AVX wallet, under Manage Keys, you're going to be able to save off an export key, and it's going to ask for a password. Much easier than typing in 24 words every time. So you want to do that. There is your main address, and then there's your transaction address. That's the address you're going to use for any transaction. So I have to copy that, and I have to put it in the get balance. I think that's it. Oh, I mean, let's see which one. Oh no, I don't. I can use my main one, which is the one that when it says my keys, you'll see the active key. So I'm going to copy it, and we're going to stick it in. Oh, I just did that. Okay. Right. The next thing I wanted to do, that's what I need the transaction key for. Not for seeing it, but for going to the faucet. Let me show you that here. Here's your faucet, and I'm not a robot. And you put in your key, your active key, and that should, let's clear this out. And then you request to AVAX, and we have a transaction ID, as you can see. So let's look at that. We can go back here. Let's copy this because we're going to need it. And let's see. We're going to check the transaction status. So copy this here. I'm going to copy it to a separate file so I can put in the transaction ID. Make sure I have that correct. And we'll go back, get that back from the faucet, and copy that. Go back to our piece of paper. And let's put that in there. And let's see if this works. This is get your transaction status. Now I'm going to go check my balance. Get transaction status, get balance. Well, it still hasn't come across. could take some time. So it's just accepted, it hasn't completed. So that is how you do that. You can also send, and I am gonna do this in a separate window, one that you cannot see, because it does involve the the username and password, so we kind of want to keep that to ourselves. So let's see if this is going to work. Oh wait, let me get my transaction ID. You know what? I'm just going to make it go, the change go to the place I'm sending it. We'll do it that way. And so this is also in the documentation. And let me make sure I am putting it in the right spot. And let's see if we got a transaction ID. Well, that's interesting. It said that I did not have, oh, probably because, that's interesting. Well, we'll have to look into that, why that didn't work. But let's go back to here. Alright, so you can send, and there's some reason why the send didn't work. Let's see. Transaction gets send. So my guess is I'm not sure. Because I have plenty of AVEX in that account. So we will take a look at that. And they have some other things you can check. So this is all with the curl like we've seen before. And so there's a lot you can do. And there's some more things that we can do that we can get into. So they give you a whole bunch of steps to take to understand it. So that's where we will continue. So hopefully this has been helpful to you, and if it has, please give a like, please ring the bell, please subscribe and all that good stuff, and let people know about this channel if you're finding it helpful. So I will speak to you next time. Take care.